Greetings, YouTube family. I'm Queen Zuri, aka Danita.
And I'm Sydney. And this is
Just Us Conversations. We got to start off with apologizing, y'all. It's been a minute. The last video that we did, we revealed the process that we went through to do our African ancestry to figure out, where our ancestors came from. And so we got our results back back in...
Can't remember.
It's been a minute. But we've been so busy that we hadn't had a chance to really do a video. So this video is sharing with you guys what our results were for our African ancestry DNA. So I'll go first, ladies first. So my certificate of ancestry says African ancestry hereby certifies that Danita M. Menace, that's me, shares maternal genetic ancestry with the Mende people living in Sierra Leone. So that's what it looks like. So they send you a little certificate and everything, and we'll talk some more about it in a second, baby.
Yeah, so my results came back pretty interesting, surprised me because it says here that African ancestry hereby certifies that Sydney O. Menace shares maternal genetic ancestry with Fula people living in Guinea-Bissau, Mende people living in Mende and Temne people, living in Sierra Leone, and Kru people living in Liberia. And the crazy part about it is that, it says that, this is the certificate. And the crazy part about it says that when reading it, this printout right here, it says that it's 99.7% a match, and when I saw those results, baby, I was like, wow, 99.7%.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
I mean, like how did it make you feel when you...
I was excited. I was excited when I read my letter. They sent us a letter as well, you guys, and the letter pretty much breaks down the analysis, and it says we compared parts of your maternal inherited DNA, that's the mtDNA, to that people from around the world to look for matches. And the reason why we used AfricanAncestry.com instead of just Ancestry.com is because we felt like they would have closer results to tell us exactly what tribe our people came from, because that was important to us, so that we could really do some research and dig a little bit deeper. But it's very thorough, you guys. We're not going to bore you with reading the entire thing. But it breaks down the hypervariable regions, and it gives you the variance and everything. It's incredible. And as you heard us say, maternal. So this is our mother side. Now they have a different test kit that you can order to do the paternal side. What was interesting about that was that if I wanted to get my paternal results, then I couldn't swab my cheeks. Sydney could, but I can't. So I would have to get my brother to do it because my father has passed away. He's deceased. So the only way I would get a paternal one is if, I got my brother, a male, to do the swabbing or whatnot. But I do plan to do that as well.
Yeah, I plan to do it too.
Yeah.
I just want to know, in full, like exactly where I come from. Like the details.
Both sides.
From both sides.
Yeah.
Like how does it linked together.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly. So another thing that they sent us, it says, how do you explain results with multiple countries and multiple ethnic groups? Now, I thought this was important because, as you just heard, my husband, he has 3 different groups that he's from. The Fula people living in Guinea-Bissau, the Mende and Timne people living in Sierra Leone, and the Kru people living in Liberia. And so this just pretty much breaks down how that can happen. Okay. It says our analysis look at the frequency of your lineage, how common it is within an ethnic group and region. Ethnic groups are formed around social and cultural characteristics, not genetic characteristics. So there are some ethnic groups that are very closely linked, sharing the same genetic lineages, even though they have different dialects, different beliefs, different practices, and religions. So as a result, we often find the same genetic lineage within different groups and regions. Our database is based on present-day countries in Africa. Those present-day borders are politically and arbitrarily drawn and have changed over time. Therefore, the countries today may have borders that didn't exist hundreds or thousands of years ago. It says Sierra Leone is located between Guinea-Bissau and Liberia. The capital cities of Guinea-Bissau and Liberia are approximately 500 miles apart.
wow.
It's crazy,
Wow.
right? It says this is roughly the same distance between Washington, D.C. and Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big. I think I took a picture once of that showed, let's see if I can find it. I think I put it in my favorites. That pretty much showed the map. I don't know if y'all can see this, but where's the actual camera?
Can't really right at the top. Yeah. Can't really see it that good. You can only see the red arrows.
Oh man. Dang.
But it's cool.
Anyway, it's just a map, you guys, that shows Sierra Leone.
Actually, this here.
Does it show it on there?
Highlights where Sierra Leone,
Yeah.
Guinea-Bissau, and Liberia is. So
right.
you can see
They're very close together.
You can see Sierra Leone is right in the middle of Liberia and Guinea-Bissau. As you see right here on the map.
So it was very common back then, and even now, even with the borders being up, that people travel. And, you know, of course, they marry each other and have kids and all this other kind of stuff. So that kind of explains why, you know, your results may have several different cultures.
Yeah, and you know, somebody asked, you know, like, what do we plan to do with this information now that we have? And
Yeah.
you know, it's me. You know, I've been. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what to do with the information. You know, I like to do something good with it. I like to be able to take this information and use it in a positive way so that it'll help other people. But,
Right.
you know, I don't know, you know, because I've shared the information with my family, you know, my mother, my father, my brothers, you know, it just, you know, it don't seem as serious to them as it is to me. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know yet, you know, like, what could I do with this information, you know?
And for me, what I've done so far with the information is I've just gotten some books from the library and just read up on Sierra Leone and trying to figure out, you know, the history of what happened over there. And I've been on a couple of websites just to read up on what's going on in the area and stuff like that. So
Y'all excuse the music outside. You know, it's our neighbors.
yeah.
Go ahead, man.
I've also looked at like the foods that they eat and looked at the religion that they practice, which mostly what I found is most of them that's in Sierra Leone right now are Nation of Islam. So most of them are Muslims. We have a small percentage of Christians, but for the most part, they practice the Nation of Islam. So another thing I wanted to show you guys is this little booklet that came with it, Now That You Know That. And in the booklet, it just breaks down the actual continent of Africa. And then on the inside, it gives you the master plan test, understanding your results. And then it just really, I'm sorry, can you hold that
Yeah, I
side?
got you. You hold it in. Yeah.
Okay. And it just, as you can see, it gives very good details.
It's really in-depth.
I mean, from the beginning all the way up until now.
Another thing I like about it is that you know, when it comes to science and everything, a lot of people don't understand the words and the terminology, what they mean. This book actually tells you what some of it.
So yeah, it's pretty in depth, you guys. I mean, I know you can't read all of this, but we at least wanted to give you an illustration and show you what it looked like. It's got the matriclan information right here, which is maternal, which is your great grandmother, great great grandmother, grandmother, mother, you know, aunts, and all of that. And then patriclan is paternal, okay, which is your father's side. And then right here, you can close that down. Then right here, it shows the actual, like the family tree, right? I'm just holding it up here so you guys can actually see it. This is the maternal. This is paternal. So
we did the one in the green, right?
No, we did the maternal.
Okay.
And so it says that let me just hold it. This is the test taker. So this would be you, right? And then it shows up above that. It shows your so your son, daughter, granddaughter, grandson, niece, nephew, your sister, cousins, mother, uncle, aunt, second cousins, maternal grandmother, great uncle, great aunt, and maternal great grandmother. Okay, so it just breaks it down for you. That way you know how to tell your family members that, hey, these results are not just for me. These results apply to you guys as well. And that was one of the first things we wanted to do, was to make sure that our family members had this information as well, regardless of how they might, you know, use the information. We at least wanted them to be aware. So what I've done is I joined this group on Facebook called Reuniting the Mende people of Sierra Leone. And so that's been really cool because I've been able to build some connections with some people and communicate with them and stuff like that, and learn more about what's going on over there and what issues they're having and the struggles and stuff like that. And so that's been cool. We do plan on taking a trip because African Ancestry has they have a thing now. They call it family reunion, where you can pay your money or whatever and take a trip over there, and they have a naming ceremony, and it's a whole big deal. So when we do decide to do that, we'll make sure we record it so we can upload that video as well, so you guys can see it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's been pretty dope. As you can see, I got my shirt on, living in America with Sierra Leone roots. So I bought one for everybody in the family.
Mine is actually upstairs. I should have wore it, but I didn't. But mine is actually upstairs. Though. It's pretty. It's been pretty. I mean, that was pretty empowering information, though. I can't lie. You know, once it came through, it took about 6 to 7 months before we actually
took about
got the
6
results.
months.
Yeah. Then it took us another 4 months before we actually did this video.
Yeah.
Because there's been so much going on with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And, you know, just, you know, living life, you know, doing the family thing. You know, we hadn't really had time to get around to doing this video, but we had a little time today, and we plan on making more videos, more consistent for you guys in the future.
Yeah, so stay tuned for Just Us Conversations. We're going to have more content real soon.
And we appreciate everybody for watching the videos and liking the videos, and it means a great deal to us. And you know, if you guys could just subscribe to the channel, that would really
subscribe.
help. You know,
Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. But stay tuned for our next conversation that we have coming up. It's going to be a good one. We've been working on a topic, you know, and I think the topic is going to be pretty good. So
it's going to be interesting.
So everybody out there in YouTube land, y'all stay tuned, you know, and keep supporting the channel and like the video.
Yeah. All right. Until next time. Peace.